Good morning, everyone. It's Eric with His&Hers HHQ. Welcome to another exciting episode of Let's Build a Creepy Model. All right. So to get to where we are now, I've already started roughing up or giving the interior a bit of a dirtiness going on there. I went with the brown here, and yes, it's kind of shiny, but it's going to get dulled down as I continue to do this. The blue seat is going to get another coat of blue, and I still have to do the wood tone there. But otherwise, for the most part, this here is relatively together. Now, for what I feel for me is exciting, it's far from done, but if we turn this over now, back out a little bit so you get a better shot of this. Again, it's far from done, but I think we're doing a pretty good shot here of creating a well-used vehicle. So the texture there was accomplished by mixing a little bit of water, a little bit of Mod Podge, and some I've got two different sets of pastels, and I like to use this one for my rusting, my dirt, dust, and whatnot. But that's what I use, and I use, I'll scrape off bits of one of the chalks, whatever I'm going for, and the finer it is, the more it becomes a tint for something. But the rougher you do it, the more it leaves a little bit of grit. Now, I wasn't quite happy with it, with the grit wise, so I added a touch of really uber fine sand, and that's how I started to achieve more of that kind of look there. And I've got it in, especially in the corners, I've got a few loose areas here, but it's a mix of Mod Podge and whatnot, so it's pretty stout. It's going to stay for a while. I have a little bit more oiliness and dirtiness to do here, but again, this here is just the initial bit. What I'm looking to do is I have to get rearrange the exhaust and get those put in place. This here is attached. I have to get my exhaust tip properly sooted up, and I love the way my muffler here turned out. It's actually one of the better mufflers I've ever done. But here you can get a really good close-up shot of the work. So again, far from done. We have a little bit more to do, a little bit of dirt. And then I want to get just that touch of road grime going, and then it's going to kind of get like that whole dusting, that weird gray color that the bottom of vehicles tend to get. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to use my pastels. My other set is more has like your blue and red, gray, white, whatnot. I'm going to get that over this. Once I'm happy with where this is at, I have to get the drive shafts taken care of so they're aged properly. Then once all of that is complete, then it'll get the gray wash, as it were, and get flat coated, seal everything in, and that'll be done. But of course, you know, I'm having fun with this. The general idea is that the bench seat was a later addition. It wasn't a part of the actual van, if you know what I mean. I've got a lot of trash and a lot of things to get up in here. Like literally, I'm going to do a trash bag or two. I'm going to do a couple of boxes that look kind of like model kits. And you'll understand. I've got quite a few things going on. It's going to go in here. Again, I'm going to do this so that you can see the interior before I close it up. I've got work done on the dash. I got that wood grain going there in the middle. Now I have to pick out the details, get the chrome trim work on there, and it'll be ready to install. This here's ready to go. The radiator is. I just gotta touch up here, but that's going to go in like this. So this little part here, nobody will see. So I'm not overly concerned with it. I have to start getting the chrome prepped, and this here's the van body so far. I'm waiting until maybe tomorrow or the day after to give this, because the satin for some reason in this environment just takes forever to completely just cure or gas out, and I don't want to get any of the masking tape residue on there. So the side door here is going to be white. It's going to be as if it's a replacement door, and the hood is going to get primer gray because it's a replacement. So we're getting, well, as you can see, that's already looking pretty good, and I haven't even begun roughing it up yet. So I've got a lot of chrome trim work to do, especially here and here. And it looks like I'm going to have to chrome the inside of the taillight lenses, and of course the Chevette. But yeah, I've got quite a bit of chrome work to go, and of course the additional painting. But this here is coming along really well, and it's really getting to display that feel I was going for. So yeah, once it's all together and once it's all sealed up, you know, you won't see the interior. So I want to make sure when the interior's done, I've got a few pictures and I can show it all to you on video. Before long here, as soon as I know the undercarriage is ready for the gray wash, I'll get the tires added, and that way the tires, especially the tire backing and the tires themselves get that, well, gray road wear grime. Anyway, So that's where we're at. And as I said before, this thing's coming together a lot faster than I anticipated. So at the request of my family, I'm going to do 2 builds at the same time. If I remember correctly, it's the Pride of Your Country build starts here in October. Well, the family wants me to do a Halloween themed build also. And they're really pushing me to go towards that Nightmare Before Christmas look. So that's going to go on at the same time as the Pride of Your Country. And of course, the Halloween one will be done by the end of October. Pride of Your Country will run into November, obviously. And that's when the Fat Fenders, Fins, and Chrome build begins. So hopefully by the end of November, I'm pretty close to the end of the Pride of Your Country build. And that way I can keep the focus on the Fat Fenders, Fins, and Chrome. And quite possibly a Christmas themed build. I don't know if everybody or anybody's doing a Christmas group build or anything like that, throwing it out there. But obviously I'm dealing with a full plate. So, I'm actually looking to just keep busy. I have more supplies to do, get done. I've got some plans. I'm actually, the Fat Fenders, Fins, and Chrome build, I'm doing a little bit of drawing, like actual plans, for the look I want to try and achieve. So that way I can get a relatively decent head start by the time I crack open the kit and get started on it. So I'm looking forward to that. And trust me, it's going to be something unique. It's just going to be something fun and something unique, and it's Fat Fendered. So yay me! Just real quick, I'm still putting it out there. Technically, for me, even though it is Sunday morning, I haven't been to bed yet, so I'm still considering it Saturday. So that's still September 17th, and for everybody watching this now, that was yesterday, marked 50 years since MASH hit the airwaves, September 17th, 1972. And I put out a group build, a MASH group build. Let me grab my list here. The MASH 50th anniversary group build. It'll run September 17th through September 17th. Any scale. So 72nd scale, 48 scale, 35th scale, 32nd scale, 24 scale, 25th scale, whatever your heart desires, any scale, any genre. I covered it in the last video, and if you decide you've got that Galileo shuttlecraft from Star Trek the original series, and you want to get that thing a olive drab paint job, a big white bordered square with a red cross in the middle, and put MASH 4077 on the side, fantastic. Any genre, as long as it is MASH relatable or related. So I know I'm going to do this because well, I'm looking for the Dodge 3/4 ton ambulance, and I think that would be in 35th scale. But, you know, if I have to do another Jeep, I'll do a Jeep. I was looking through some of my stash, and it turns out I've actually got one of those Bell H3s, I think it is, or H17s. Anyway, but it's in 72nd scale, and the parts on this thing are god-awful little. But if it comes down to it, I may go with that. September 17th through February 28th. So from yesterday for everybody until February 28th, you have that much time to come up with a kit and do your entry video. That's because I'm on a fixed income, and what I'm looking to do, I want to get another kit, and I may need that time frame myself. So yeah, that's the entry video for the MASH 50th anniversary group build will be September 17th through February 28th. As soon as you do your entry video, you can get started. And anytime between September 17th and September 17th, if you come up with your kit and you get to work on it, and you start posting a final by the end of October, awesome. I would just like to see everybody get out there and, you know, doing something like that. It's one of those, you know, I grew up watching MASH. It aired for a couple of years before I was born. I'm not going to say, well, okay, you know, it's 3 years before I was born, but I did grow up watching it, much like the Dukes of Hazzard, Chips, eventually Knight Rider and whatnot. So MASH was a big part of my childhood, and I always enjoyed watching it, and it's still one of my favorite shows today. I got my kids, well, a couple of my kids hooked on it, and actually my daughter, we just bought her for her birthday, her last birthday, she got the complete series DVD set. So I get to sit down and watch it with her occasionally. That and the emergency set. Oh, that is such a great show. But anyway, MASH 50th anniversary group build. That was announced in the last video. I'm reiterating it now. If you've gotten to this point in the video, thank you. You've made it to the end of the video. I'm Eric with His&Hers HHQ. If you haven't yet, head on over to Facebook and follow us at His&Hers Hobby Headquarters. And as always, take a moment, like, subscribe, share the content, keep spreading the word of scale model building. It's a fun and enjoyable way to really make your imagination pop. And as always, take a moment, comment below. It may be 5 minutes, it may be 5 days, but I will try to reply. I do try to be and want to be as interactive as possible with everyone. Again, thank you everyone for all the wonderful comments. And it's such an amazing community. You guys and gals are really phenomenal, and I'm proud to be a part of this community. So again, thank you. I'm Eric. Have a good day.